This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people.
Health officials have confirmed that the debilitating mosquito-borne chikungunya virus will make its way to the Bahamas. However, Minister of Health Dr. Perry Gomez maintains his ministry is doing the best it can to keep it away. In fact, so far, there have been no reported cases here, even as the disease continues to spread from the Caribbean into the United States and Mexico. Now, the disease has symptoms similar to dengue, including muscle pain, high fevers, and general fatigue.
As a prophylactic, preventative, we are trying to encourage the spraying of aircraft that come in from potentially infected areas, so that they're sprayed on arrival and on departure, so that we don't become implicated in the transfer someplace else. You see, so and we've been doing that from chikungunya was first made public.
Now, Dr. Gomez contends that his ministry is operating a well-oiled machine, so much so that there hasn't been one case of dengue or malaria reported here in 2 years.
We have an excellent Department of Public Health, and that's why our country has been so safe. You know, we haven't had dengue or malaria for 2 years, but that hasn't made the newspapers. For 2 years, there's been no dengue, no malaria.
That's because of the
good work of public health nurses in particular.
Well, still talking health, chronic non-communicable diseases will be on the agenda at this year's United Nations meetings. Minister of Health Dr. Perry Gomez says the disease has now replaced HIV and AIDS as the primary disease receiving global focus. He's hoping continued global attention will eventually end the proliferation of these diseases, which he believes has become dominant in this country.
With the issues surrounding CNCDs, which is a bit more complicated because it's also lifestyle, but it's in a different sense. It's not sexual. And these are habits that grow with chronic non-communicable diseases that start from infancy almost, you know, and how we feed our children or allow them to eat fast foods and all that. That's a big contributor to this CNCD epidemic we have.
Motivational speaker and author Dr. Verna Price recently presented her first book entitled The Power of the People to Deputy Governor General Dame Marguerite Pindling at Government House. The Cat Island native wrote the novel 13 years ago and is pleased that it's finally available to the public.
And the book basically says three things. The first thing it says is that you were born and God gave you life. And when God did that for you, God gave you something in you that's so incredible. And that thing is called power, your personal power. And the second thing it says is that you can use that power to become one of four powerful people. And you're going to become an adder, a subtractor, a multiplier, and or a divider. And then the third thing the book says is that you now have to decide who you want to be. Are you going to be an adder, someone who creates and adds value to people's lives and to your own life? Are you going to be a subtractor, someone who continually takes from you, someone who continues looking to take something, a divider or a multiplier? So this is what the book is really all about.
With a number of challenges affecting young women, Dr. Price plans to give back by assisting young women here at home through Girls in Action mentorship programs.
Called Girls in Action, and we've impacted over 3,000 girls in the United States and in Guatemala. And I would love to bring Girls in Action to schools here in the Bahamas, in Nassau, and on the islands. I'd love to take it to Cat Island, my own place where I was raised and I was taught who I am. You know, and people say, "Well, how'd you get that way?" I said, "You know what? I was raised by the Cat Island people." You know, people who love God, who believe in people, and really trying to put that into girls by mentoring them in a very specific, structured way.
Members and supporters of the Anglican faith assembled on the Arm Bailey Park yesterday for the Anglican Diocesan Fair. Churches had their own stalls, from selling food and drinks to raffle tickets and games of hoopla. Archdeacon Ranfully Brown confirmed the fair's proceeds are earmarked for the church's financial obligations. He also noted that the event encourages a sense of camaraderie that extends beyond New Providence.
Well, it's a wonderful opportunity for the 17 churches in Nassau to come together in fellowship, to share a laugh, share a drink, share a meal, share stories. It is good that we have persons here from Cat Island. We have persons here from Andros. Andros has brought in a whole shipment of crabs, and they have prepared those crabs in every form. And Elustra has sent us pineapples and other produce to assist us with our efforts today.
All right, well, that does it for this portion of the news. Don't go away. Julian Gibson is up next with ZNS Total Sports.